Greetings, everyone. Hi, I'm AG, Alchemistic Gold Mine. Hope everybody had a great week. Um, again, welcome to my YouTube channel. I want to thank you for visiting. I want to thank all my new subscribers. Thank you so much. I want to thank all of the people who have contributed to me being here. Thanks again to Soul Immortal. Thanks again to Brother Abdul. And also, I'd like to thank Brother Booker. Fante is a fantastic book. Um, if you get a chance, get it. I'm trying to remember what the name of the book is. Toast to the Men, I believe it is. But if I've gotten that wrong, Brother Booker, then please forgive me. I'll try to put that in the comments section. But anyway, what I want to talk to you today about today is something that's very, very important. It's fall. And this is something, I'm going to tell you something that most people do not know, but I believe that a lot of the very astute, hip, what's the word I'm looking for? The very in the know people know. And what that is, an understanding of the cycles in the year. Okay, we're going to talk about the fall. The fall is a time that's great for planning things in the subconscious mind. Now you would know that, right? But it's also a great time for planning ideas. On this channel, what I'm going to try to illustrate, and we're gonna actually do this. I want you all to do this. When I've given you an idea, I want you to try it, experiment, and see if it works. The fall is a great time for you to concentrate before you go to sleep and put an idea in your subconscious mind. Why is that? Because the fall is actually the evening of the year. The evening is the best time, according to Neville Goddard and a few other people, is the best time to plant ideas in the subconscious mind. This is something I want to do this now because this is September the 3rd, September the 2nd. But this is a great time for you to start to do this. And you do this September, October, November, December, all the way through, right? I'll give you an idea or give you an illustration. Why do you think a lot of things that are political happen in the fall? Things like elections, things like the Supreme Court convening and all that type of thing. They do because you start ideas in the fall. The fall is actually the yin form of the year, I believe it is. Because what happens with yin, yin is accepting of energy. Yin is your subconscious mind. So, and yang is your conscious mind. So yin is the female aspect and yang is the male aspect. Neville Goddard said it in his book. He said that the subconscious mind is the female and the conscious mind is the male. So the male, being the conscious mind, implants the female, the subconscious mind, and it gives birth to the idea. Okay? So you're in the part of the year now where you want to seed your subconscious mind. You want to seed your ideas. Be very careful what you think. Be careful, very careful what you emote now, because things in this form of the time of the year have a tendency to manifest the next year. Okay, that's why a lot of times people want to do stuff on New Year's Eve. They want to do stuff. People write their I'm going to write my resolutions on New Year's Eve. Too late. Too late. You need to be doing that now. You need to be creating your ideas now. You need to be planting your ideas now and continue to plant them every day during this period of the year. Every time you go to sleep. You should be thinking about it. You should be planning it. Be very careful what you think about. If you think about negative ideas, you're going to manifest negative ideas. Let me show you something. I'll be with you in a second. I'm going to grab something over here. see this? This symbol is the yin yang symbol. Okay. So technically, this is where we are right here. This is your idea. So your idea will come. Your idea is planted, and it manifests. It planted and it manifests. That's what this symbol means. That's one of the meanings of this symbol of this. The idea is here and it's planted and it manifests and it keeps going on and on and on and on in a circle. One of the most important things that a successful person will understand is cycles. You have to understand cycles. If you don't understand cycles, you have to learn them. We're going to talk about that in the Kabbalion. There are other cycles, there are other things that I will explain to you later. But I just wanted to drop this on you. This is very, very important. Let me show you. Okay. So what you have is you have the fall. My little pumpkin here, isn't that cute? Little pumpkin, right? You have the fall, right? It goes into winter. Winter is the time that the idea is like pregnant. You know, isn't it interesting that Jesus was born in this time, right? Born into the springtime. Pregnancy, born into the springtime, right? This is when you plant the idea. There's a pregnancy, right? Winter stands for W, stands for winter. This is fall. This is spring, and this is summer. Plant the idea. It grows, matures, and grows in the spring. Matures, summer, declines, come back. It's always a cycle. It's always a cycle. So what you want to do is you're going to seed your ideas. Now, if you notice also, this is following the path of energy, right? You seed your mind with the idea. You seed your consciousness. You seed your energy. You seed your aura with the idea, right? And it grows and it manifests in spring. I'm not exactly sure, but I believe that you've harvest here. So things come around, they harvest, and then they start the process all over again. They seed. I think farmers seed in here somewhere. And it grows, and what happens? They have it's spring, and it grows, and they get the they have daylight savings time. They had daylight savings time so that the children could work in the fields, right? That's why they have daylight savings time, because it was an agrarian thing. When the society was more agrarianly based instead of industrial, they had daylight savings time. But that's what it is. See. And what you're doing is you're following the natural path of energy of the sun. If you look at these points, this is what we call sort of an equilateral cross. Equilateral cross is the points in the solar year. So you have summer, you have winter. What you have here is you have the solstice. I believe both of these are solstices. So this is when the sun is farthest, wintertime. This is when the sun is closest, summertime. Okay? This is when the sun is equal. And every spiritual practice that I know of, including my path, which is Buddhism, will acknowledge this. It's very important these times of the year, right? It's equal. The energy is equal. So since the sun is a life-giving property and the energy flows, what you're doing is you're flowing with the energy, electromagnetic energy, with your idea. So your idea, actually this will help your idea. Now, can you manifest ideas any time of the year? Of course you can. You can manifest ideas in any time. But people that know this, they've been using this for centuries. They'll build certain things at the time of the year. They'll start projects at certain times of the year because of the flow of the energy. What you're actually doing is, it's like a river, okay? You have the flow of energy in a river, right? And rather than swimming upstream, you're swimming with the flow of the current. See what I'm saying? Because the energy is flowing a certain way, you're flowing with it. Right? It makes it much easier to manifest things. I'm showing you this, and I didn't want to jump into manifestation, but this is a very important time of the year for you to practice this. I didn't want to do this. I want to continue the mission statement and all that. But here's what I'm going to do. We're going to do the mission statement. There's more work I want to do on that, and I'm going to real presentation of that later. If y'all could get that book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, we're going to look at that book together. And that's what I would like to do in terms of building a mission statement. But this is what I'm going to call a nugget. Okay, this channel, so we're calling it nuggets, and a nugget is a piece of information that you can put in those books. Remember, the last thing I was talking about was every day you write your book. This is one of the things you want to write in your book. This is a tool that you want to put in your toolbox. Very important. Now, where did I learn this information? I learned this information because I was affiliated with, it's not a secret society, but a society that practices esoteric practices, right? And they do this. And if you look and observe around you, you will see that this is something that that is done quite a bit. You don't go against the flow of nature. You go with the flow of nature. You go with the law. You don't go against the law. People that are very successful understand the law, and they work with the law of the universe, right? Now, if they work against the law of the universe, which some people kind of do, then they have things, countermeasures, but we won't go into that. But usually what happens is people go with the flow of the universe and the law, see? So that's one of the things where they say, well, you go against the law, then you know, you suffer. But you understand the flow of energy. The flow of energy. You understand cycles, right? You become very in touch with nature, with yourself, the cycles of your body. You understand what works and what doesn't work. And this is what's part of being observant. This is what the part of being awake. This is the part of being in tune. You know, Soul Immortal likes to talk about being in the flow of things. This is one of the things that we're talking about here. Shout out to Soul again. So being in the flow of things, right? You plant your ideas. Now, how do you plant your ideas? Okay, good question. How do you plant your ideas? Okay, so if you're going to bed at, say, 10 o'clock, all that evening you can be planting your ideas. You could be looking at your vision board. You could be reading, studying. If you wanted a car, look at the specs of the car, right? And do this every evening. Look at the specs, man. Look at the color that you want. You could, and then when you go to bed, you visualize yourself driving that car, being in that car. You can do the transurfing thing where you see yourself in the reality driving the car. You can do the quantum jumping thing where you see you jump ahead and ask yourself how you got the car or whatever, or riding the car with yourself. There's a lot of ways of visualization. And we're going to get into that also, because there are things that I have seen that they don't have anywhere else on YouTube. I don't think I've seen this anywhere else on YouTube. Maybe they have it, but most of the things they don't have this on YouTube. So that's what you do. And you do this every night. You do this just before you go to sleep. Neville Goddard was nailing it. He got it right. Just before you go to sleep. Why is that? Because your subconscious mind is open at that period, right? Don't ever go to sleep. My married couples, don't ever go to bed angry, because you'll take that angry energy into here, and it will manifest. So this is like as above, so below. This is like a day, okay, if you look at it. Okay, so you see I have the numbers marked here. You have 12 noon is summer. 6 p.m. is fall. 12 midnight is winter. And 6 a.m. is spring. Now notice the sun comes up at 6, and boom, it's high and hot at 12, which is summer. And it sets in the fall at 6 and dark in in the winter, right? Nature repeats itself on many, many, many levels. And it's the wise and observant man that will see that. So you plant your idea before you go to sleep, and think about it. Just before you drift off to go to sleep. You do that every night. Okay. So I hope this was helpful. I had to say this. I've got so much more to share with you. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button. And leave comments. Now, one of the things I want to say about the last video is with the books, the 7 books I mentioned, please, 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 if you get a chance, leave in the comment section of that one or something about the books you're reading. That's what I was trying to get to. It's not just about what I'm reading. I'm trying to learn from y'all. I'm trying to figure out what y'all are reading so I can understand y'all a little bit better, because we're working in this together. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure out what it is that you are reading and studying that can help. And then when you put your comments in the like section, you're helping the whole community. This is about us helping each other. Like I said, my mission statement is that I want to see people successful. I want to see people happy. I want to see the planet evolve. I want to see, because really, basically, we're all going after the same thing. Even the people that look like they're going after something different, they really want the same thing that we want. If you understand that. They want to be happy. They want the children to go to good schools, and they want to eat good food, and they want to have a good life and all this kind of thing. And really, a lot of times people don't know how to go about doing it. But that's another story. But anyway, I talk too much. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, hit the like and subscribe button. I really appreciate you coming here and watching me run my mouth and stuff. And you all take care and have a good week. And I'll see you soon.